put on the list.
Yes. So the witnesses.
Sicela igama. Sicela igama nesibongo.
Aye, so go food.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, aphinde amagama. Ukhulumela ukuthi umuntu osenkantolo kuzo nofakamise.
Sizwe Sikhumbuzo Zungu.
Uyimisele ukufunga ukuthi uzokhuluma iqiniso?
Yebo.
Funga ukuthi uzokusho la inkantolo uzoweqiniso, iqiniso kodwa liphelele. Uma kunjalo phakamise isandla sakho sokudla, phakamise isandla. Inkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
Inkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
The witness is sorry.
Maybe sit if you want to, sir.
As the court, please, my lord, the witness is going to refer to Exhibit S.
Exhibit S.
Yes, Exhibit S. Mr. Zungu, what is your occupation?
Babu Zungu usebenza kuphi? I am a police officer.
What is your rank?
Isikhundla sakho?
I'm a constable.
Ngiwu-constable.
How many years service do you have in the South African police?
12 years.
Neminyaka ewu-12 ngisemaphoyiseni.
To which division of the police are you attached?
Visible policing.
Ngisebenza phansi kwayo-ke i-visible policing, kusho ukuthi amaphoyisa-ke abonakalayo.
At which station?
Sebenza SAPS.
Sebenza igama lendawo sebenza.
Sebenza SAPS.
Sebenza SAPS.
And where is that?
Ikuphi?
Ise side nase-Eden Vale.
And the side of Eden Vale.
Do you know the accused before this court?
Abasolwa abaphambi kwale nkantolo uyabazi?
Yebo ngiyabazi.
Yes, I know them.
Can you just briefly state as to how you know them?
Awusho nje kafishane-ke ukuthi ubazi kanjani?
Umuzi ngiyamazi umakhelwane wami ngasekhaya.
Ubani?
Umuzi.
I know Muzi. He is my neighbor. My neighbor back home.
If you say Muzi, which accused are you referring
Uma
to?
ukhuluma ngoMuzi, ukhuluma ngamuphi umsolo?
Accused number 1.
Umsolo wokuqala.
Yeah, just refer to them in their numbers just to avoid confusion.
Sicela ke ubabize kanjalo-ke ngamanamba abo-ke ukuthi umsolo number 1 number.
Okay.
Yebo singaqhubeka-ke.
Yes.
Mafika, accused number 2.
Mafika, accused number 2.
Gadla, accused number 3.
Gadla, accused number 3.
And accused number 2, how do you know him, or from where do you know him?
Accused number 2 yena-ke umazi kanjani noma umazela kuphi?
Ngimazela khona naye ngasekhaya.
I also know him from back home.
And where is that?
Ikuphi lapha?
Ngithi wena ngikho Sosuthu.
KwaNongoma, but I would say Sosuthu.
Yes, may proceed.
Singaqhubeka-ke.
Ube ugadla.
It is Gaza,
And it's
Yep.
Accused number 3.
accused number 3.
And where do you know him from?
Umazela kuphi yena?
Yena ngimbone la ikhona isikhathi esiningi.
I saw him for most of the time here in Gauteng.
Ngalo kumbona ngibone eForest.
But the first time when I saw but when I saw him for the first time, I saw him in Fort Loras.
Yes,
Singaqhubeka?
proceed.
Ube umthokozisi la ngikhumbula eForest and ngikhumbula emakhaya.
And then it is Mthokozisi. I also remember him from Fort Loras, but not from back home.
And his accused number?
Number bani yena?
4.
Number 4.
Yes.
Yebo.
Kani
Then it's Nkani.
naye ngicabanga ukuthi ngambona e-Voice Notes.
I also think I saw him in Phosphorus.
And his accused number?
What's again?
Number 5.
Number 5.
Is it correct that on the 26th of October 2014, a certain incident occurred which led to you coming to court to testify today?
Ingabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi zi-26 October 2014 kunesigameko esenzeka esiholele ekuthini ke ube la enkantolo uzofakaza namuhla?
Yebo kuyiqiniso.
Yes, that is true.
Can you tell the court in your own words what happened on the day?
Ngitshela lenkantolo ke ukuthi yini eyenzeka ngalelo langa.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle ekuseni ngathola i-call from uGwabini okuyindodana wami kodwa uzalokuba ubhuti wami.
If I remember well, I received a call in the morning from Gwabini, who is my son, but is my brother's son. Actually. Yebo.
What is his surname?
Ubani isibongo sakho Gwabini? Zungu.
Yes. And where does he stay?
Uhlala kuphi nendawo yena?
Uhlala e-Voice Notes.
In Phosphorus.
Where in Phosphorus?
Phosphorus.
Lesotho Hospital.
Sutu Hostel. Qhubeka.
What my mfonela wangibiza wathi ngingakhona yini ukuthi ngifike e-Voice Notes.
Upon calling me, Gwabini then wanted to know from me whether I'll be able to come to Phosphorus on that day.
Yes. Is that correct that he invited you to his place at
Objection, my lord.
at the hostel?
Objection, my lord.
As a court. I'm just trying to avoid hearsay evidence, but if
Yeah.
counsel doesn't mind that, then it's fine. Yes, you may proceed.
So, qhubeka.
What my wangibiza wathi ngize e-Voice Notes ngabe sengitshela sekuseni kwakusekuseni wangikhumbula kahle wangabo 7:15 so
Okay. He invited me to come to Phosphorus. I told him that it was still early because it was around 7:15.
ngangisaya emsebenzini futhi manje.
And on that day, I was still going to work. Singajahile ngokuyabhala.
Ngabe sengimtshela ukuthi ngizokwazi ukuthi mangiphuma emsebenzini ngakhona ukuthi
I then informed him that when I knock off from work, I will then be able to go to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
wabe sephinda futhi engifonela bese ngazisa ukuthi mangiza kunomunye umfowethu obathi uMakhosonke wayisuka eRustenburg ngikhumbula kahle wabe sengitshela ukuthi naye uyeza.
He called me again and informed me there was another brother of ours, Makhosonke from Rustenburg.
Yeah.
He informed me that Makhosonke would also be joining us.
Yes, you may proceed.
Naye ngabe sengitshela ukuthi mawukuthi ngisengikhulile ngizomfonela wabe sengisendela inamba kaMakhosonke.
I informed him that once I knock off, I would also call him. He then sent me Makhosonke's contact details.
Yes.
Yeah.
And who's Makhosonke?
Ubani Makhosonke
Omunye naye isihlobo salithi.
is also a relative of ours.
What is her name?
Ubani isibongo sakhe? Zungu.
Yes, you may proceed.
Qhubeka.
Ngabe mangiphuma emsebenzini ngabe sengifonela uMakhosonke wabe sengitshela uGwabini ukuthi uMakhosonke ungenzeka ukuthi useJoburg uzoqala intombi yakhe eJoburg.
I then knocked off and then contacted Makhosonke, but
Yes, you contacted Makhosonke, then what happened?
I see
Joburg eCarton Center ngizokuthola ngakhona.
I called him, informed me that was in Johannesburg, the Carlton Center. That's where I'll find him.
Yes.
Yebo.
Then ngaya ngafike ngamthola,
I went there and I found him.
sahlala sadla,
We sat there and we ate.
then uGwabini wayefona ngaleso sikhathi.
And then Gwabini phoned or called at that time,
Ebuza ukuthi sikuphi.
asking about our whereabouts.
Then sabe sinjalo siyeza.
Informed Gwabini that we were on our way.
Mangikhumbula kahle sabe siya eFortuna sakho ngaya khona ngaphandle kusuka lapho.
If I remember well, we then went to Foslaras. There's no other place where we went to when we departed from there.
Yeah, where in Phosphorus?
Kuphi nendawo eFoslo?
Ehostela.
At the hostel,
Yes, which one?
Sutu Hostel.
What time did you arrive there?
Nafika sikhatsini khona lapho.
Mangikhumbula kahle ngeke ngisho isikhathi straight ngoba ngisakhumbula kahle kodwa mangicabanga ngokuyikhathi zabo 2 to 3.
Between 2 and 3, I won't be able to remember the exact time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Manje mangifika ngafike sahlala noGwabini okwakunabanye futhi bangasemakhaya ababekhona endlini ngaphakathi.
Upon arrival there, we sat, myself, the likes of Gwabini. There were others as well from back home.
Okay, just a minute.
Then
Just a minute. Now, if you say you said, where did you sit?
Uma uthi nahlala kuphi?
ehostela ngaphakathi uma ungena ehostela kunendawo la ingathi ikhishi.
Inside the hostel, upon entering the hostel, there is an area that's like, sort of like a kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And does it belong to a specific person where you were seated, or is it just part of the common area in the hostel?
Lana nihlezi khona indawo ongathi yomuntu othize noma indawo nje kuyingxenye.
Kube indawo ohlala kuyo bese kuba
There are bedrooms of those.
Yes.
Yebo.
sahlala ngoba
Yes,
ngivile
but-
namakhosi onke.
Sorry, the area where you're staying, does it belong to?
Indawo yomuntu othize noma to everyone who stays in there.
In numbers, just to
Okay.
avoid.
Ucela ubabiza ngama number abo la enkantolo.
Okay. Accused number 1 wayekhona,
Accused number 1 was there.
accused number 2 wayekhona,
Accused number 2 was there.
accused number 3 wayekhona,
Accused number 3 was there.
accused number 5 wayekhona kusafika.
Accused number 5 was there upon my arrival.
Yes, you may proceed.
Usungaqhubeka.
So accused number 1, 2, 3 and 5.
Now, the witness is just confirming that he said accused 1, 2, 3 and 5.
Yes.
Yebo.
Emva kwalokho sahlala kwakumnandi kakhulu sasidla inyama eningi kakhulu futhi.
After that, we said, and after that, it was very nice. We had
And action.
I said I'm feeling good, yeah. You can have the same thing too.
Gripping shows.
How good?
Epic entertainment.
How good?
Well then, let's make it worthwhile.
Stream all this and more for only 79 Rand a month via Wire on Prime Video. Start your 7-day free trial now.
Omunye angikhumbuza yena.
very well was Muzi.
Yes. Once again, if I can just ask you to refer to them by their numbers.
Ngoba ke usengaziwa ukuthi makhuluma ngabantu but
Sorry, just to simplify it for him. When you mention the person's name, if he's here, you must say Ratama Khateng accused number 2. Are
Okay.
you with me?
Ungapheleli ukuthi nje
Because that's how his train of thought is made up.
so ukuthi uma ungalibiza ke igama uma uyangeza ukuthi umsolo wesingaki.
Okay.
Understood manje.
Yes.
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi nomsolo wesi-5
Yeah, just start all over again.
ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ngomsuku wesi-5 wafika wangichazela futhi uGwabeni ukuthi ubani.
Okay. I also remember that accused number 5 arrived and Gwabeni informed me as to who he was.
Yes. Yes, but if you can just go back a few steps, you said Gwabeni reminded you of certain persons, just mentioning the name and the number of the accused.
Cela ubuyele emuva kancane ke usushilo ukuthi uGwabeni wachazela ukuthi ubani wena wabiza amagama uthi ucela nje usho lamagama la ubusuwashilo ngaphambilini usho amagama ubese usho ukuthi unumber bani.
Okay. Accused number 5 ngicabanga ukuthi unkani. Bengimazi ukuthi wakaZungu.
Ngokwa?
WakaZungu by the way.
Okay. Accused number 5, I knew him as Nkani, or he said that he was Nkani, but I knew him as being from Zungu at the time, or as being a Zungu. Yebo?
Yes, you mentioned Gadla and Mafika. Just mention their numbers.
Ubusukhulumile ke ngoGadla noMafika. Sicela usho ama number abo ukuthi bawunumber bani.
Accused number 2 Mafika, accused number 3 Gadla,
Accused number 2 is Mafika, accused number 3 is Gadla,
accused number 5 Nkani,
accused 5 is Nkani.
Yes, you may proceed.
Usungaqhubekaki.
engikukhumbulayo kunye sathi sisahleli nje accused number 5 wabe secela ngicabanga ukuthi wathuma omunye wabafana basendaweni ukuthi ngimreversele because ngambhake umva kwakhe.
Okay. Whilst we were seated, accused number 5 then requested a certain gentleman to ask me to just give way because I was parked right behind him so that I could just reverse.
Ngabe sengenza njalo ngabuyela ngaphakathi futhi.
I did that and I went back inside.
Did you see what vehicle accused number 5 was driving on the day?
Ingabe wayibona imoto ayihamba ngayo ngalelo langa umsolo wesihlanu?
Yebo.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yebo.
What type of vehicle was it driving?
Imoto enjani?
It was a Polo, a grey,
A grey Polo,
a hatchback.
hatchback.
Yes, you may proceed.
Yebo, usungaqhubeka.
Sahlala ke nje kwaxoxa kumnandi ngiphi ingoma.
We sat there,
Uzwa.
we're having a conversation, we were also singing and drinking.
And the meat.
Yes.
Yebo.
Sahlala isigameko kwesinye ngisikhumbulayo sathi sahleli lapho kwafika isikhathi ukuthi ngesikhathi ekuphumile unkani cansi sahleli nabanye sabe sesiphuma ngenye imoto ngobutshwala bangekho.
Okay. The other incident that I remember, it was at a time when Nkani had already left. We were seated there with the others, and we had now run out of liquor.
Then saphuma uno ngicabanga ukuthi red ayibomvu.
And we drove a Uno that I think was red.
That's right.
If you say we, who are you referring to?
Uma uthi sa ukhuluma ngobani?
Uma ngikhumbula ngaphuma noma accused number 2 wafika, accused number 3 and abanye ngicabanga ukuthi kwaku-driver wemoto nomunye futhi.
If I remember correctly, it was accused number 2, number 3, and the others, and the other one was the driver of the vehicle.
Saphuma saya eTops mangicabanga kune shopping center complex la saphuma saya khona.
We then went back to the hostel.
Just a minute. Now, how many were you all in all who went to purchase alcohol?
Nani bangaki abahamba bayothenga utshwala?
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi sasiwu-5.
I remember that.
Umuntu sasigcwele.
I remember that we were 5 because the car was.
I just want to show you certain photos. If you can use those photos to illustrate your evidence. It's exhibit. Yes, you can also look at the screen if you want to. Can you just explain your evidence using those photos?
Kuloko qeda ukusho-ke uma ungasebenzisa le ithombe embili-ke u-47 kanye no-48.
Ngiyaqinisekisa ukuthi imoto esasihamba ngayo.
I can confirm that that's the vehicle that we were traveling in.
On which page?
47.
47.
Yes.
Yebo.
Buyo le picture. Ngicabanga ukuthi yimi lo.
On this picture, the witness pointing to photo 47, the person that is cut, that doesn't appear, says, I think that's me.
You can use the laser to indicate there on the.
Loko qeda ukusho manje la, angithi abakuboni. Sicela ukhombele la.
Switch on the laser.
Uzopressa khona.
Ngicabanga ukuthi yimi lo vela kancane.
Yeah.
Just press.
Pressa la. Yes. I think that's me appearing there. Nyabona.
And the others, are you able to recognize them?
Abanye laba bona uyabazi?
Ngiyamazi kodwa accuse number 3.
I know them, but I choose number 3.
Yeah, which one is accused number 3?
Komba la. Ubani number 3.
Yes, is it the only person that you recognize?
Uyena kuphela omaziyo?
Uyena engimkhumbulayo kodwa mangikhumbula lo ngasho ukuthi Mafika.
He's the one that I can remember, but I'll pin the combo full. But this one is Mafika. The witness pointing to the person with the cap on.
And its accused number?
Msola, what's number?
Number 2.
Number 2. Although he's not, you can't see him clearly.
Yes, page 48.
48, you know.
Ngicabanga ukuthi accuse number 3.
I think it's I choose number 3. So combat.
Is there a date on the photo?
Kune-date ekhona lapha esithombeni.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yeah, what is the date?
It's in the date.
It's 2014 10 26 26 October 2014.
It's the 10th of October 2014.
And the previous photo on page 47, the day there?
26 October 2014.
26 October 2014.
And on photo, on page 48, do you recognize anyone there? On page 48?
Ubani amaziyo lapha? Khona amaziyo 48.
Accused number 3.
I think it's accused number 3.
And what was the occasion there as per photo on page 48?
Ku 48 ke mathi ke
referring to that one on page 48.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. As you may continue, returned from buying alcohol, what happened?
Usungaqhubeka-ke uthi nabuya-ke uyothenga utshwala basebenzekani?
Kuningi engathi akukho kuthini ngaphandle kokuthi sasigida bomnandi.
Okay, there's nothing much except that we were just having a day dancing to a song and we were just having fun.
We just want to refer you again to the photos, page 12 of Exhibit S. Do you recognize the person on page 12?
Page 12? Yes.
Yes, who is it?
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Is there a date on the photo?
Date ekhona
Yebo.
Yes.
Yes, what is the date?
26 October 2014.
That's on the 26th of October 2014.
Page 17. Do you recognize anyone on the photos per page 17?
Khona umaziyo la page 17.
Bobabili lathu accused number 3 and accused number 5.
Both of them, accused number 3 and accused number 5.
Is there a date on the photo?
Kuna date ekhona ke esithomeni.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yes, what is the date?
26 October 2014.
26 October 2014.
Photo 20. Sorry, page 20. Do you recognize anyone on the photo?
Khona umaziyo kulesi sithombe.
Accused number 4.
Accused number 4.
Which one is accused number 4? You can use the laser.
Umuphi accused number 4?
Page 21.
21.
Yes, do you recognize anyone there?
Khona umaziyo lapho kulesi sithombe lesi.
Accused number 4.
Accused number 4.
Thank you. You may then proceed.
Usungaqhubeka-ke.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle kwathi kuba yikhathi zalithi zantambama mangicabanga ngabo from 8:30 to 9:30.
Okay, if I remember well, later that day, between 8:30 and 9:30,
Ngangihleli khona ngaphakathi the hostela.
I was seated inside the hostel.
Ngangihleli
Where?
Kuphi nendawo?
should mangihleli ngabo right ngibheke ngasemnyango.
I was seated on the right, facing the door,
Yes, where? At which place?
We main room.
in the main room.
But is it in the common area of the hostel or does it belong to a specific person?
Ungathi kwakuyindawo yomuntu wonke okanye indawo yomuntu othize?
Common area.
A common area.
Yes.
Yebo.
Kwasekuntambama sekumnyamanyana.
It was late in the afternoon, it was dark. Yebo.
Kwangena accused number 1, number 2, number 3.
Accused number 1, 2, and 3 came in following each other.
Babetshengisa bathukile ngoba babeshesha beya erumini likaGwabini.
It was quite clear, or they were showing that they were in shock and they were fast going towards Gwabini's room.
Ngabe sengisukuma sengibalandela.
I stood up and followed them.
Ngathi mangena ngaphakathi mina ngaGwabini kwabe sekucisha ilight.
When I went inside Gwabini's room, the light went off.
Yeah, just a minute.
Sorry, I know the concept is the same. Mase ngena in Gwabini's room, right? Kwase kucisha a light. Okay, when you interpret, you say the light went off. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
concept is slightly nuanced. Like the light just went off. He's saying kwase kucisha a light. Mr. Jonas?
Kwasekucishwa noma kwasekucisha?
Kwasekucishwa ilight.
That's
Okay,
it.
I missed the W, my lord.
No,
I missed it.
No, it's okay.
I missed the W.
Yes. So just put it on record.
The witness says kwasekucishwa, then the light was switched off.
Yes.
It's the W that I missed. My apologies.
No, it's just.
Who switched off the light?
Ubani owacisha ilight?
Anginalwazi kodwa ngasengaphakathi noma ingacishanga ukuthi iyacisha phinde wayikhanyisa uGwabini wabe sengitshela ukuthi le light iyahlupha.
Okay. I don't know as to who switched it off, but I was already inside when it was switched off, and then Gwabini switched it on again and said that this light is giving problems.
Yes. Yeah, just before you proceed, you mentioned earlier on that you're all seated with the accused that you've mentioned in the common room. What happened thereafter?
Masingabuyela nje emuva ke ushilo ukuthi ohlezi ke nabo ke abasoka laphayana kuya common room kuya room leyana ke ihlala wonke umuntu yini ke eyaseyenzeka emuva kwalokho.
You said you saw them coming back. What happened in between?
Uthi wababona masebebuya kodwa maphakathi nalapho nje yini eyenzeka.
Kuningi kwakwenzeka abanye babephuma abanye bengena kwakubhizi.
A lot was happening. Others would be going out, others would be coming in. It was just busy.
Yes.
Ngaphambi kwalokho mina mangifika ngafika ngabeka isibhamu sami ekamereni kaGwabini.
And just before that, upon my arrival, I placed my firearm in Gwabini's room.
In my bag.
Kanye nesikhwama sami and my bag.
Yes. But just before you saw them coming and following each other, when last did you see them?
Kodwa ke ngaphambilini kokuthi ubaboneke bengena belandelelana ke ugcine nini ukubabona phambi kwalokho phambi kokuthi ubabone besebebuya manje belandelelana ugcine nini phambi kwalokho ubabona?
Kwakunesikhashana nabangeke sakhumbule kodwa kwakunesikhashana.
For some time, although I won't be able to recall, but it was for quite some time.
Yes. Yes, you may proceed. You say
Umangena ngaphakathi.
the light was switched off. Yes.
Yakhanyiswa futhi light.
When I went in and the light was switched on again,
Should light yakho mayiswitch off yayingathi kwaba dark for that time. Waselungisa uGwabini.
when the light was switched off, it was dark for that time, and then Gwabini fixed it.
Ngaphakathi kwakukhona umuzi.
Sorry, if you say he fixed it, what do you mean?
Uma uthi wayilungisa uGwabini usho ukuthini?
Akalilungisa ukuthi alifix la. Should light yakho ngasho ukuthi lapha iyawe ngathi yacisha nathi yenze ube off.
Not that he literally fixed it, but it's sort of like the light is falling off or it switches off. Yebo?
Ngathi mangena ngaphakathi ngoba ngathi sengimaphakathi ngoba ngibalandela kimi.
when I was right inside, because I was already inside, and because I was following right behind them. Yebo?
ngathi mangena ngafika ngama ngaphambili ugadla wami ngapha kwami ngama phakathi kwabo umuzi wami ngapha kwami.
Okay. When I came in there, and Gadla was on the other side of me, and then Muzi was on this side of me.
Just a minute. Yes. Just remember to mention the names. Yes. If you say Gadla, who are you referring to?
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Yes, Muzi.
Muzi.
Accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
And Mafiga accused number 3.
And Mafiga accused number 3.
Ngathi mangibabheka bobabili uMuzi noGadla babephethe ibhamu. Mafika kuphela ona siphethe isibhamu.
When I looked at them, both Gadla and Muzi were carrying firearms, were in possession of firearms. Mafiga was the only one who was not having a firearm.
Yes, just once again, please refer to their numbers.
Oh.
There's
Accused
Gadla.
number 1 and accused number 3.
Accused number 1 and accused number 3.
Accused number 1 ubephethe isibhamu social 38 revolver.
Accused number 1 was carrying a firearm of a 38 revolver.
And accused number 3 was having a 9mm.
Accused number 3 was in possession of a 9mm.
Ngabe sengifika sengibuza uGwabini because uGwabini had already recently.
I then inquired from Gwabini because Gwabini was already inside the house.
Ngabe sengibuza esami isibhamu
I then asked him about my firearm.
wabe senginikeza sona.
He gave it to me.
Shodwa wabe segoba ngale isithatha
He just bent on the other side and took it
wanginika sona.
and gave it to me.
Ngabe sengilisa magazine
I then released the magazine.
ngazivula.
Your firearm, what type of firearm was it?
It's a 9mm Z88 pistol.
Esami 9mm Z88.
Is it a personal firearm or work issued firearm?
Esakho noma
It's
esomsebenzi.
a work issued firearm.
Esingasinikeza emsebenzini.
Yes.
Yebo baba.
Ngabe sengisinuka ngoba ngambona ukuthi kuna something suspicious la phakathi.
I then smelled it because I could now see that there was something suspicious inside here.
You smelled what?
The firearm.
Which one?
Esami lesi ngasinuka.
Ngabe sengisifaka kimi ngabe sengiqala kubambuza ukuthi ngathatha i38 kuMuzi ngayibheka.
Okay. I then placed it in my possession, and then I took the 38 special from Muzi and looked at it.
Yes, once again, accused number?
1.
Number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ngendlela kwakwenzeke ngakhona ngathi lezi ibhamu babeyinikeza uGwabini.
The manner in which I saw it, what was happening, that they were handing these firearms over to Gwabini.
Ngabe sengimbuza uGwabini ukuthi why ukhipha ibhamu ehostel futhi again.
I then asked Gwabini, why is it that you are issuing out or you are giving out firearms at the hostel again?
Why uphatha izibhamu shothi why eba nesibhamu shothi 38 angimazi ukuthi silahlekile.
Right. Okay. The witness is just correcting something, my lord. Why are you having firearms again? Because I was I knew. Let me say, I knew that the 38 was lost. Yebo.
Wabe sethi akusiyona leyo.
And then he said to me, "It's not that one."
But ngaqhubeka ngoba ngabona ukuthi vele kuna something engiyitholi kahle.
I then carried on because I could now pick up or see that something wasn't going well.
Okay. Yes, what made you suspicious?
Yini le eyakwenza ukuthi ube neyinsolo?
mangikhumbula ngendlela abangena ngakhona beqonda erumini kaGwabini uma ngifika futhi lapha erumini baphethe ibhamu and before ngene kwaba khona wathi nangibabomncane.
Okay. It's the manner in which they came in. They then went to Kwabini's room, and as I walked in, or as I came into the room, others said, "Here is the uncle, Babomncane."
Yes, you may proceed.
Mafika wabe sephuma ngoba ngathi wangizokuthetha wabe sephuma ndlela phambi kwami waphuma.
Mafika then went out because wakuzwa.
Ngaya ngangithethisa uGwabini.
Okay, because he heard me shouting at Gwabini, and then he came out. He walked out in front of me.
And Mafika is again accused.
Accused number 2.
Accused number 2.
And why were you shouting?
Kwakuyini imbangela ukuthi uthethise uGwabini?
Ngangibathethisela ibhamu because ngangazi ukuthi shuthi ngaphambilini wakangitshela ukuthi yazi ngangazi ukuthi baphathe ibhamu ngathi mina why hlale uphethe ibhamu ehostel.
Okay. It was because they were in possession of a firearm, and I was asking him, why is it that at the hostel you are carrying firearms or you are having firearms?
Wabe sengiphendula futhi ukuthi nganawe babomncane sakho ngithe sibeke la ngoba bengingafuni ukuthi ngiphathe ibhamu.
He then responded to me by saying, "Uncle, I also told you to place your firearm here because I didn't want all of you to be in possession of firearms."
Ngabe sengimkholwa kodwa ngangibona ukuthi ukusho lokho ngoba enza lokho ngoba lezi wabe seyithatha lezi ibhamu futhi kubani ethi yathatha lezi ibhamu.
I believed him, but I also thought that he was just saying this because he was doing this. And then that's when he said, "Bring these give these firearms here."
Ngaqhubeka ngathetha ngangithethisa yena.
I carried on and shouting at him.
Kwathi kusenjalo kwabe ngizwa umnyango usuvuleka ngemuva.
Still at that, I then heard the door opening behind me.
Wabe sengingena accused number 5.
Accused number 5 came in.
Egqoke mangikhumbula lapho efake jacket emnyama.
If I remember well, he was wearing a black jacket.
Wabe sebuza uGwabini ukuthi yini na kunenkinga na.
He then asked Gwabini, "What is it? Is there a problem?"
uGwabini wasesiphendula la wathi akunankinga wabe secela mina athi babomncane wayengene ngihamba no accused number 4.
Okay. Then Gwabini said there's no issues, and then he requested me and said, "Uncle." But when he came in, he was in the company of accused number 4.
Just a minute.
Wabe sengicela uGwabini.
Just a minute. You mentioned that accused 5 was wearing a black jacket. We just want to show you photo on page 17 again of Exhibit S. Can you just use that photo to illustrate your evidence? What is that you're pointing?
Accused number 5.
Yes.
Emva kokubuza lokho
Wearing what?
Ugqokeni.
ugqoke ijacket emnyama.
He's wearing a black jacket.
Emva kwalokho uGwabini bese ngicela esithi babomncane ngicela ukukhuluma nalezi insizwa ziyahamba zemakhaya.
Then Gwabini requested me and said, "Uncle, may I please speak to these gentlemen? They are leaving, they are going home."
Ngabe singenza njalo sengiphuma.
I did exactly that, and I went out.
Ngathi mangiphuma umafika ungabona umafika emile lapha ekhoneni.
As I went out, I saw Mafika standing there at the corner.
Yes, which accused?
Accused number 2.
Accused number 2.
Ngabe sengimnotice ukuthi wayeseshintsha ijacket esigqoke egrey from wemnyama.
A grey. I then noticed that he had changed jackets, that he was now wearing a grey jacket from a black.
And wabe sengibheka naye ngaphansi kwale jacket ukuthi ngiyambona yini ukuthi wabe eseza phakathi ezongena naye phakathi roaming le.
He then looked at me from underneath the jacket as to whether was I in a could I see him. He then went past and went into the very same room where the others were.
Just a minute. Now, you see, you notice that accused was wearing a grey jacket from the black one. Can you just describe the black jacket that he had?
We are sure.
Initially.
Uyasho ukuthi wayesegqoke egrey kule emnyama usechintshile manje wafaka egrey kule emnyama befa usungayichaza ke le is it describe the grey or the black one?
The black one.
The black. Uchaze le
Ngoba
black.
kangene endlini balandela ngangembonile ukuthi ufake black.
Because when I was following them as they entered the house, I saw that he was wearing a black jacket.
Yes, but what type of jacket was it?
Kanjani uhlobo?
Hoodie nesigqoko.
It's a hoodie. Nesigqoko.
Wona ngesikhathi ephuma waphuma phambi kwami.
Because even at the time when he went out in front of me.
And
Sorry. Mr. Jonas, just interpret that very assertion by a witness.
The last one, Magat.
Yeah, the way
Okay,
I'm not being fastidious.
Right, Magat. Right.
The way you interpreting it. You're saying a hoodie as if there are 2 items. Just clarify from the witness. The way I understood, he makes it 1 item, but clarify it.
The hoodie.
The jacket and the hoodie.
Oh, okay.
Jacket and the hoodie.
Ukhuluma nge-hoodie, ukhuluma ngicacela ufuna ucacela wakhe uma ukhuluma nge-hoodie. Ukhuluma nge-jacket, ukhuluma nge-hoodie.
No, hoodie.
Okay, no, it's a hoodie.
So it's a jacket and a hoodie.
I-jacket in a hoodie.
It's a ngathi ijacket elingasiya lingavuleki kodwa nesigqoko.
I would say it's a jersey, my lord, that is not being opened there, pointing to the front, but it has a hood.
Meaning is part of the jacket.
Ingxenye yayo
I want to
isigqoko
find out.
lesi.
Yebo.
Yes, please, my lord.
Okay, thanks. Sorry about that.
Then I'm noticing.
yes, and the grey one?
The grey
le
one,
futhi iyafana nayo.
the grey one looks exactly like that.
Yes, just describe it.
Awuchaze.
Nayo jacket eyijersey nesigqoko.
It's also a jacket, jersey-like jacket with a hood, as the witness is demonstrating.
Ukumbuka kwami kwangenza nganotice ukuthi why echangeile umayiphuma because mayiphuma ngambona ukuthi uyifake emnyama.
When I looked at him, it then made me to notice as to why is it that he had changed. Because when he walked out, I saw that he had a black one.
Yes, you may proceed.
Emva kwalokho wabe sebuyela ngaphakathi ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ngamkhulumisa ngoba waphambana nami uyedwa ngaphandle.
After that, he went back in, and I remember that I spoke to him because we crossed paths, because he's the only one that was outside.
Yes, can you remember what you spoke to him about?
Usakhumbula ukuthi wamkhulumisa wathini?
Mangicabanga ukuthi ngathi kuye magazi nawo lama jacket ungiphe yona.
Uphinde magazi.
Ngathi unayo ngicela ungiphe yona.
nayo. Okay, I said to what Magazi.
Yeah.
I said to Magazi, can you give? Yeah.
Unawo ungiphe.
Oh, you do have them. Please give me one of these jackets.
Wabe sehleka wangena ngaphakathi.
He then laughed and went inside.
Just a minute. If you say you do have them, what do you mean?
Uma uthi unawo bo, usho ukuthini?
Ngangitshengisa ukuthi mhlambe ngoba ngibonile ukuthi ufake enye waphinda futhi washintsha wafaka enye.
It was an indication or to indicate that now because I saw that he was wearing another one, a different one. Now he had changed and was wearing another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Emva kwalokho ngabe sengihlala ngaphandle ngaphakathi e-main room. Bona babe busy ekamerweni.
Thereafter, I sat in the main room. They were busy in the bedroom.
Which main room?
Uma ukhuluma yiphi main room?
Le ihall.
The hall.
Because nganginabanye abafowethu.
Because I was with my other brothers.
Yes, may I proceed?
Ungaqhubeka.
Khumbula babengicele uxolo ngibashiye. Babecele uxolo ukuthi ngiphume ngibashiye ngaphakathi.
Ubani abacela uxolo?
Kwabini.
Okay. I remember that they apologized that I had left them or I had went out and left them inside.
Then ngabe sengihlala kwathi ngakaphela isikhathi singakanani weza uGwabini wangitshela ukuthi ucela mase ngihamba ngihambe no-accused number 1.
I then sat, and then Gwabini came out and requested me that when I'll be leaving, he was requesting me to leave together with accused number 1.
Ngabe sengibuza ukuthi ubuphi uMakhosonke engangade ngize naye.
I then inquired,
Wathi samfonela kunjalo.
was Gwabini was phoning him.
Waqhamuka umuzi ngicana naye ephuma ngaphakathi endlini.
Muzi appeared. I think he was also coming from inside the house.
What's the accused number?
Muzi.
Accused number 1.
Muzi is accused number 1.
Kwabe sengitshela ukuthi ngingamshiyi.
He then informed me not to leave him.
Ngabe sengimtshela ukuthi okay ungitshelile uGwabini kodwa sisamele uMakhosonke.
I then informed him that Gwabini told me, but we are still waiting for Makhosonke.
Akatholakala uMakhosonke. Ngabe sefona uGwabini efonela uMakhosonke.
Makhosonke wasn't found, and Gwabini phone called Makhosonke.
Then uMakhosonke emva komzuzu emingaki wafika ngikhumbula wafika ngase kodwa wafika late ngoba wamtshela uGwabini ukuthi akasahambi uMakhosonke.
After some minutes, I can't remember the specific as to how long, but after some minutes, Makhosonke arrived, and Gwabini informed me that Makhosonke is no longer living.
Wangitshela lokho ngoba ekade ikhulume ngaye ngefoni ukuthi uthi akasahambi.
He told me that because he had spoken to him telephonically that Makhosonke was not living, wasn't living anymore.
Sathi sisahleli samile ngaphakathi la umuzi wabe ese khipha iskipa ngicabanga ukuthi esiqobile kwako esibomvu washolela isandleni.
Okay. Whilst we were still standing inside there, Muzi then took out a T-shirt that he was wearing, folded it.
Mangikhumbula sesiba.
Okay, if I remember well, it was red, and rolled it in his hand.
Just a minute, and that's accused number?
1.
Choose number 1.
Wabe sebuza la ngoba wadonsa mangikhumbula kahle khonta idonsa yobuma.
If I remember well, there is just something to stand on that he pulled.
And wephethe elinye ibhodlela ngesandla.
And in his hand, he was carrying a bottle.
Wabe sebuza ukuthi niyazi nokuthi senizwile yini ngendlela ayibeka ngayo nje. Senizwile yini ukuthi uMeyiwa kasekho.
And then he put it like this. Have you heard? Now, this you, my lord, is in plural. Have you heard that Meyiwa is no more?
Just a minute. And who's saying that?
Ushobani?
Accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
kwabe sekuthi ngoba sasibaningi ngaphakathi abanye bathi hawu yabona
Because there were many of us inside, others exclaimed or remarked by saying, "How?"
mina ngase ngemphikisa ngabe sengikhipha ifoni
I then disputed what he said, and I took out my phone,
ngabheka ku social media
I looked on social media.
Just a minute. Yes.
Yeah.
ngabe sengiphikisa lokho ukuthi hayi isosini ayikho right
I then disputed that and said, "No, your source, once again in plural, your source is not correct."
angibake ngisagxila kukho ngoba ngalitshela mhlambe baxoxa
I didn't put much emphasis on that because I was just under the impression, or I told myself that they were just discussing or having a discussion.
emva kwalokho banikwa kubhizi phela ukuphithizela abanye babehamba abanye bengena
After that, it was busy because others were leaving, others were coming in.
ngiyakhumbula ngabe sengiphuma ngaphandle samele umakhosonke
I remember that I went outside, still waiting for Makosonke.
ngabe ngabhema ngaphandle
When I got outside, I smoked.
abanye babehamba abanye bengena kwakubhizi nje
It was just busy. Others were leaving, others were coming in.
engikukhumbulayo futhi kwakuthi emva kwesikhashana mangithi ngimweni ukhiye wemoto owawungekho
And after some time, as I was going to the vehicle, the car keys were not with me.
ngabe sengibuyela phakathi kuGwabini
I went back inside to Kwabini.
ngabe sengimbuza uGwabini ukhiye wemoto
I asked Kwabini, "Where are the car keys?"
Just a minute. Yes.
uGwabini wabe sethi hawu bakumncane wabe sekhipha ifoni
Then Kwabini said, "How, Uncle Babomnani?" And then he took out a phone.
ngicabanga ukuthi wayefona angimazi wayefonela abanye
I think he was calling, but I don't know who he was calling.
ngiyacabanga ukuthi ngoba asebephumile abanye nayingisho ukuthi ubani wayekhona ubani wayengekho
I wouldn't say as to who was there, who wasn't there. The others were already out.
wabe sefona elokhu ekhala ukuthi ababamba amafoni
He kept on calling and said that they are not answering their phones.
then wagcina ibuya ngaphakathi ezokhuluma nomunye ngicabanga ukuthi uyihlobene accused number 4
He then came in and spoke to someone. I think that person was related to accused number 4.
wabe semtshela ukuthi uma ngikhumbula amazwi washo ukuthi umzala kabambi ifoni ngicabanga ukuthi ayarefera amayibuko accused number 5
Then-
ngisho yalokho
He then said that Mzala is not answering his phone. I think he was referring to accused number 5.
emva kwalokho kwabe sekubakhona ukuthi lo ekhuluma naye lokho wabe sebefona wabe sebakhona ubamba ifoni kubo kulaba abafonela
Then that person that Kwabini was speaking
ngoba salinda umakhosonke futhi
thereafter told me to wait a bit, and we were busy because we were also waiting for Makosonke,
engathi ngifuna ukumbona ngoba ngangize naye
who I said I wanted to see because I came with him.
naye futhi wayafona wathi uyeza
He also called and said that he was on his way.
Just a minute. Yes, you may proceed.
kwathatha isikhathi ukuthi kufike futhi kufike umakhosonke
It took time for Makosonke to arrive.
akusisikhathi eside kangako kodwa nje isikhathi nyana
Not that much long of a time, but it was some time.
uma ngikhumbula kwabe sekufika u-accused number 4 wabe sekufika enginikeza ukhiye wemoto
If I remember, accused number 4 arrived, and on his arrival, he gave me the car keys.
Yes. Did he say where he got them from?
Ingaba wakutshela yini ukuthi wayithola kuphi ikhiya zemoto?
Ngendlela mhlambe kwawuthi kwangenasidingo ukuthi ngibuze ngoba kangade vele ngithetha ngangibona nje awukho. So wathi mayenginikeza ukhiye wabe sebonga.
Okay. The manner in which I was seeing, I could see it because I was talking and I could see that it wasn't there. And when he gave it back to me, he also conveyed his gratefulness. Yebo?
Yebo. Wazi watshengisa ukuthi engamnothisa ukuthi uyasabatha kuye ngoba wabe seshaya izandla zombili.
Uyathini?
Ukuthi uyasabatha mayiqeda ukunikeza ukhiye ebonga.
Okay. Funa uqiniseke kwenza isiqiniseko sokusabatha. Uthini ukuthi uyasabatha?
So indlela ayikhuluma ngayo etshengisa ukuhlonipha la.
Okay. In the manner in which he said it, my Lord, it showed that he was being respectful because he made use of both his hands, flipping his hands like this.
Ngabe sengithatha ukhiye sengibuyela emontweni ngabe sengifuna umuzi wayebhizi naye ngoba ngangizohamba naye.
I took the keys, went to the car, but I also looked for Muzi because I was going to leave together with Muzi.
Mangikhumbula ngabe
Yes, and that's accused number?
Accused number one?
accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
Ngabe sengimbuza wabe sefika na umuzi nokwabeni kwakubhizi nje nalo ithatha imlinde ngoba ngikhumbula ngahamba nabantu abawu4.
Okay. Muzi arrived, Kwabini arrived, and the other one that he said I must wait for. It was just busy because in total I left with 4 people.
Ngaphambi ukuthi ngihambe ukwabeni wangitshela ukuthi uMakhosonke akasahambi.
Just before I left, Kwabini informed me that Mokosonke was no longer living.
My Lord, may I just get confirmation if the Kwabini will be called?
Sure, you'll call him.
As a court, please, my lord, at some point we tried to avoid the hearsay, but my learned friend then objected, which meant she agreed or acquiesced to the hearsay. Now she's objecting again. The impression that she created was that she doesn't mind the hearsay.
No. No, my Lord.
Okay, anyway,
Thank you.
are you going to call Gwabini?
We're still considering our options
fine.
as far as that is concerned.
So you're saying
Yes.
he mustn't lead?
Then yes, my Lord.
Okay.
Then he say should not be.
Okay.
As the court pleases. You said you left with accused number 4 and other people. How many other people?
Muzi,
Sorry, I'm sorry, Muzi. Yes.
Muzi,
It's Muzi,
abanye abayi2
other 2.
and ukwabeni weza wathi
Just once again, Muzi accused number?
1.
That's number 1. We took Kwabini Wenzan, just walk with us and then turn around at the gate.
Yeah, just this court
Yes.
wants to place it on record that I will not entertain the hearsay. I'm not going to take it into consideration.
As a court
Give
pleases.
all the hearsay
As a court
so that it
pleases.
mustn't be said that I incorporated it into my judgment if I ever write one.
As a court pleases. Yes. What happened further?
Kwasekwenzekanike?
emva kwalokho sabe sasihamba wathi sophuma wafika ukwabeni wadilika egeyithini wakhuluma nabanye bawumi taxi emile wakhuluma nabo
We then went and up to the gate, and then at the gate, that's where Kwabini then spoke to some others that were in a taxi. I spoke to them. Yeah?
angikhulumanga mina
Uthe but Kwabini spoke to them.
Yes. What happened further?
Kwasekwenzekanike?
emva kwalokho ngabe sengiphuma ngabe sengishiya umuzi cishe kwezinye idrati ngaphakathi wabe sengitshengisa uhlala ngakuphi ngamshiya lapho.
I then left, and then I also dropped a Muzi in some streets inside there. He pointed out to me as to where he was staying.
And that's accused number?
Accused number 1.
So, Father,
Where did you drop of accused number 1 exactly?
Ikuphi lapho umshiya khona?
Noma ngakhumbuli kodwa kungaphandle kwe-hostel.
Although I can't remember, but it is outside the hostel.
Nomunye futhi wabesethi naye uhlala somewhere naye ngamshiya khona lapho endleleni.
There's another one who also said he's staying around there. I also dropped that person along the road.
Then ngabe sehamba noyi-one
I then left with one
engamshiya engine garage P91.
who I left at, or I dropped at the engine garage P91.
Yes.
Yeah.
Emva kwalokho ngathi mangifika mangikhumbula kahle ngani mangifika eThembisa ngafika ngalala kwasebusuku vele.
After that, when I arrived in Tembisa, I slept because it was already at night.
Kwaba ilanga elilandelayo
And then
Monday.
it was then the following day, which was the Monday.
Then emva kwalokho ngabe sengiyibona lento kumedia.
And then after, I then saw this thing on media.
But angithathelanga enhloko yami like ukuthi denzeke kodwa ngayibona lento abebeyikhuluma iyiqiniso.
But I didn't take much note of it or take it seriously. But I then noticed that what they were saying was true.
Now, if you say you saw this thing on the media, what do you mean?
Usho ukuthini uma uthi wayibona kwi-media le nto?
Like ku-TV kwakukhulunywa ngayo manje ukuthi Senzo Meyiwa has been killed for Lawrence.
It was being spoken about on TV that Senzo Meyiwa had been killed in Fort Lawrence.
Then akukho engangakusho ngoba ngangakubonanga kwenzeka.
There's nothing I could say because I didn't see it happening.
But ngakubona ukuthi lokhu bebekusho shuthi kube kuyiqiniso ukuthi babethole.
But I then noticed or saw that which they said was true. But as to where they got it from, I didn't know.
That which they said, what do you mean?
Uma uthi lokho ababekusho usho ukuthini?
Uma umuzi ekhulume elizolo ebusuku before Sunday ukuthi ngizwile ukuthi uMeyiwa kasekho.
When Muzi said it the previous night that, have you heard that Meyiwa is no more?
Is Muzi is accused?
Accused number 1.
Isola wothathu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then kwabe sekuba ilanga elilandelayo phela kwakuyiLesibili.
It was then the following day, I think it was a Tuesday.
Kwenye ama-newspaper ngabe sengibuka iy'thombe zazikhona.
In one of the newspapers, I looked at the pictures that were there.
Njengoba ngangiyifunda le newspaper ngezwe ukuthi abasolwa bangene ababili.
As I read it, I saw that it was alleged or it was said that there were two suspects that came in. The other one, yebo.
Omunye begqoke into emnyama.
The other one was wearing something black.
Omunye ebenama-dread.
The other one had dreadlocks.
Just a minute.
Then emva kwalokho ngabe sengibuyisa lapha abantu ngibabonile.
Thereafter, it then came back to me that I saw these people.
Kodwa ngithathelanga futhi ekhanda ngabe sengitshela nje ukuthi mhlawumbe into engibuke yandlula.
I then, once again, didn't take it seriously. I just thought that it's just something that I saw and it just passed.
If you say you saw these people, what do you mean?
Uma uthi ngasebona ukuthi laba bantu ngibabonile usho ukuthini?
Ngendlela uma ubuka kulesithombe mangicabanga ukuthi newspaper engangiyibuka kwakuney'thombe lapha phansi.
Referring to the newspaper, as I was looking at the newspaper, and there were also pictures at the bottom, photos at the bottom.
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi Mafika wayegqoke ihood black.
I remember that Mafika was wearing a black hoodie.
Yes, Mafika.
Mafika
Accused number 2.
Choose number 2.
And uMafika wayishintsha le hood mangikhuluma naye.
And when I spoke to him,
and lokho kwamenza ukuthi ngibe nokusola kodwa kwangangithi indaba.
but that made me to be suspicious, but it didn't take me anywhere.
You mentioned that according to the report in the newspaper, one had dreadlocks. Just elaborate on that.
Awusho-ke awuchaze-ke ukuthi kwabhaliwe ngelo phepha ukuthi omunye wayenama-dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks, omunye nama-dreadlocks, ene-gold teeth.
Dreadlocks, gold teeth.
Yes.
Stashes.
The witness pointing here right at the top of this is it
There's Thomas Sotu. We are fine.
exactly, but the description here resembles him.
Yeah, which description?
Clear description there. The witness pointing to
The stashes
the mustache,
and the hoodie the way ayigqoke ngakhona
the hoodie, the manner in which he was wearing it,
and the way ukuthi wayishintsha ngaphakathi.
and the manner in which he had changed it inside.
Kwangenza ngikubuke nje laba bantu ngibabonile kodwa ukuthi ngibabonile
That made me to then say that, but I saw these people, but as to where I saw them,
then ngabe sengiphuma
Yes,
kukho.
but just as far as the person with dreadlocks is concerned, what was your recollection?
manje-ke uma sekukhulunywa-ke ngalona wama-dreadlocks, yini owayikhumbula?
Uma kusaqala mangakhumbula because mangikhumbula ngaphakathi ngama-grade day 1 ngambona kodwa mase ngibuka kwabe sekungibuza nogadla wayengama-grade.
Okay. When I looked at it at that time, it was not only one person who had dreadlocks inside, but then it came back to me. But at the time, Gadla also had the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Akagadla amaka-dread wayiwa shuthi the way ngangibuke ngakhona isithombe ayivulekile so
And the manner in which
so
yes,
so
okay, and the manner in which I looked at Gadla's dreadlocks in the photo, they were like in open. Which ubuso,
shuthi ayingafasiwe ayingaqhiniwe
they were not tightened, my lord.
ngalesi kodwa ugadla wakhe ayiqhiniwe manje la kwakungimangaza lo ayidrawile ukuthi hayi angibanga kufika ngesithombe sokuthi uyekile.
The witness is indicating that the ones that were on the newspaper, those ones they were loose, but Gadla's dreadlocks were tied, my lord.
So akwenza ukuthi mhlambe ngile kuye kuthi uye or
That made me not then to put emphasis on him that it was him or
Who is Gadla?
ubani uGadla,
accused number 3.
accused umsolwa wesithathu.
See.
Yes, you may proceed.
Ngiyaqhubeka.
Then emva kwalokho insuku ihamba ngezwe ukuthi uminister utaske abathize ukuthi be-investigate this daba emva kwalokho
And as days went on, I then heard that the minister had tasked certain people to investigate this matter. Yebo.
Just a minute. Now, during cross-examination, my colleagues referred to the identikit by Warrant Officer Steenkamp, which we're going to show to you now.
Sorry. Has it been shown that identikit is common cause? Are you with me?
As a
Is it
witness,
common
yes.
cause?
Yes, well,
Meaning-
it was used by my friends.
Yeah,
yes.
meaning the accused
Yes.
and their counsels are aware of it.
Yes.
Okay.
They are the ones who refer to it.
Okay.
What is your comment as far as the identikit is concerned?
Mayelana nale identikit uthini? Ngasho ukuthi ngapha uthini?
angeke ngikwazi ukuphawula
I wouldn't be able to comment about this.
No comment. Yes, sir.
I just want to follow the line that my colleague is pursuing. He says it is common cause.
Aye, he never said that. I said that. I said that. Mr. Baloyi, did you say it's common cause?
And then he confirmed by the court says.
Yeah, okay, fine. You can say that you confirmed it, but I asked and said it. Okay.
It's not common cause.
It's not common cause.
It's not common cause. Yes.
Mr. Baloyi.
We say my colleagues refer to the sketch, and we're referring to the very same sketch or identikit that they referred to.
Yeah, but when I say common cause, I mean
Yes.
it has been disclosed
Yes.
in the papers which the accused and their counsel were
Yes.
given from the docket.
Yes.
So they have it.
Yes.
That's what I mean in court when I say it's common cause. That's him goes.
As a court cases.
He's very alleging, my lord, that my colleagues also, in cross-examination of Steenkamp, also referred to this photo. I personally did not refer to it. I don't know about my colleagues.
Well, in the cross-examination of Thokozizi and as well as
Sorry,
Tumelo.
so that you save time.
Yes.
So that you save time. Is it correct that you have Stein's identity kit?
Excuse me, my lord.
Stein's. He's the one who drew that.
Steenkamp.
Steenkamp's identity kit. You have it.
Yes, I do.
Right.
Yes.
And I can recall during cross-examination that it was put, for instance, I think to one of the witnesses, is it Tumelo, that after Steenkamp made remarks that he interviewed them, but the description he gave them does not accord with other descriptions which were given by other of the persons he drew this identity kit of. You remember that piece of evidence? Mr. Just stand up, sir. Do you remember that piece of evidence?
As the court proceeds, madam.
Do you remember it?
I do remember
Yes, but it
aspects
was
of that
put that
cross-examination.
one of the witnesses contradicted another witness regarding the sketches, which were identity kits which were drawn by Steenkamp. And this was referred to Uzandile. Which Zandile said, this person looked like this and like this. And Tumishone said,
It is in order, madam.
yes, I remember.
Yes, it is.
I'm on the board, I remember.
I
Do you
also-
remember that?
I also remember, yes.
Hello?
Yes, I do remember. In fact,
Yes,
I'm the
yes.
one who referred to.
That's it, yeah.
to-
So-
to the-
Well, is correct.
To the
Let's
identity
continue,
kit.
please.
Yes.
So this is if the identity kit can be shown.
But you, sorry, the witness said he has no comment to that identity kit sketch. Mr. Jonas?
Mshilo ukuthi awukho ngaphawu then.
Okay, fine.
Confirms that.
Yes. So there's no. If you can just go slowly one by one. And this one?
No, one thing.
Awukho ngabosho.
Yes. Yes, but you mentioned to the identities that you saw in the media. If you see any of them, just mention.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ku-media ngabona futhi nasithombe esifana nalesi.
I think I saw a picture similar to this one in the media.
Yes, ukuthi yisebenzisibona ku-media.
This is the one I saw in the media.
Yes. So you may proceed, yes.
Singaqhubeka ke.
Manje so
Where are we?
Yes, you mentioned that you heard that the minister had tasked certain people to look into the matter.
yeah, ngezwa lokho. Emva kwalokho ngibanga ngisaba ukuthi mhlambe ngilandelele kangako.
I heard that, and then after that, I didn't follow it much.
And kungakapheli isikhathi singakanani ngezwe bethi i-suspect has been arrested.
And in no time, I then heard that the suspect had been arrested.
Then ngabe akukho ngathi ngikulandela lokho.
And there's nothing that I can say that I followed up on.
Yes.
Yep.
Emva kwesikhashana esingakanani ngezwe bethi futhi i-suspect akusiyona.
And after some time, I then heard again that they're saying that the suspect was not the right one.
Then akukho futhi engakwenza.
I didn't do anything.
Hayi kanje wahamba.
I just left it.
Ngifunda nje ngama-newspaper.
I would just be reading newspapers as normal.
Then kwathi sekuhambe isikhathi cishe bese kuphele nonyaka.
And after some time, let's say about after a year,
2016,
2015, 2016,
2017,
2017,
if I'm not mistaken.
uma ngiyiphutha,
Wabe sethi ngabe ngidibane noGwabini. Ngabe sengibuza.
I then met Gwabini and asked him.
Yes. It's correct. You had a discussion with Gwabin. Don't refer to the content of the discussion.
Okay.
Yes, we had the discussion with Gwabeni. What happened thereafter?
Emuva kokuthi umbuzile noma nikhulumile kwase kwenzekani?
Akukho ngoba sasixoxa nje. So xoxa.
It was just a discussion. Nothing much.
Yes.
Wahamba. What about 2018?
Then in 2018,
kube baningi ababe kubo bonke laba babenginabo shoot ngalelanga ngilapha hostel. Babe lokhu bengitshela one by one ukuthi uyakhumbula yini ngalela la.
Okay. Then amongst the people that I was with at the hostel on that day, one by one, would be saying, do you remember?
Yes, we may not refer to hearsay evidence. What happened in 2018?
Kwenzekani ngo-2018?
You had discussion with some of the people who were present.
Bakubuza kwenzekani, sikhuluma nje kwenzeka kamuva.
Emva kwalokho ngabe cishe yophela 2018.
Almost at the end of 2018.
Abanye mangibona ukuthi nengxabano yokuthi bakhuluma ukuthi ngabe se content kaSwazini. Okay. Ngabe ngoba ngase nginolwazi shoot olunzulu lokuthi laba basolwa ababesolakala lapha ya yilaba basolwa engangenabo.
Okay. Now this information, my lord, that these suspects that are now being suspected of having done this are the very same people that I was with on that day at the hostel.
Yes, what do you mean?
Ushukuthini ngalokho?
Ukuthi lokho engakubona shothi ngaleli yalanga. Kwakuyikho kusho ukuthi yibo ababekade bebuya ukukwenza okwakuyinto efanayo nale.
That what I saw on that day at the hostel, that they were the ones that were coming from committing that or something similar to that.
Yes, when you say what you saw, what do you mean?
Uma ukhuluma ngowakubona ushukuthini? Ukhuluma ngani?
Ukhuluma ngokuphatha ibhamu.
About the carrying of the firearms.
Ukubona Mafika changer.
Seeing Mafika changing.
Yeah, Mafika is which accused?
Accused number 2.
Umsolo wesibili.
And nabantu bebekhuluma ngakho shothi engathi ngibajwayele.
And as also the people that were talking about it that I was used to.
So emva kwalokho ngabe sengikhuluma noGeneral Leshabane.
Thereafter, I spoke to General Lishabane.
And who's General Lishabane?
No, General Lishabane.
He was my cluster commander.
Cluster commander yami.
Yes, did he, except being your cluster commander, did he hold any other position?
Ngaphandle kokuthi uyi-cluster commander yakho ikhona enye position awayibambile.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle ngavuma ulandela indaba. Ngesikhathi uminister kwakufikile eMbalula echaza ukuthi utask abanye ngakhumbula ukuthi wathi naye umtaskile.
Yes, you say he was a cluster commander. Yes. Did he hold any other position?
Just explaining that.
Yes, just
remember that at the time the minister tasked people, he also tasked him.
ngoba wayekade ese-province wayengasekho kwi-cluster yethu.
Because he was now at the province and no longer at our cluster.
So court, please, my lord, the state will be calling General Lishabani at the later stage.
Oh, okay.
The witness is going to refer to what the discussions with General Lishabani. Yes, you may proceed. You say you spoke. Remember when you spoke to him?
Usakhumbula ukuthi wakunini ukhuluma kwakho naye uGeneral Lishabani?
Mangikhumbula ngicabanga ukuthi kuphela ka-2018 to 2019.
If I remember well, I think it was the end of 2018, 2019.
Ngoba wathi kimi uzokwenza lo msebenzi yena ozozenzela ukubheka lokho engangisho kuye.
Because he said to me that he would do that work. He'll look into what I was telling him about.
Yes. Or what did you tell him?
Yini wamtshela kona?
Ngamtshela ukuthi ngikhathazekile mayelana naleli daba ngoba abantu abaningi bathi nami ngise-hostel.
I told him that I was disturbed about this matter because a lot of people are saying that I was also at the hostel.
So wabe sengitshela uzozenzela yena uphenyo emva kwalokho uyobuya azongitshela.
He then informed me that he himself would then conduct his investigation and thereafter he will come back and inform me.
Kodwa angimtshelanga ukuthi ngangikhona e-hostel.
But I didn't tell him that I was at the hostel.
Isizathu songamtsheli kwami ngangafuni ukumnikeza the information ukuthi isuka kimi.
The reason why I didn't inform him that I was at a hostel, that I didn't want to give him this information that it was coming from me. And I also didn't have any certainty with regards to that.
With regard to what?
That those who had killed Senzo Meyiwa, I was with them at the hostel.
Yes.
Mangikhumbula kahle bese kufika ukuthi isikhathi la ngathi uGeneral wathi uzozenzela yena uphenyo.
If I remember well, the time came, there was a time where the general said that he himself would conduct an investigation.
Ngabe sekuthi ngoba ngangiphatheke kabi shuthi ngabuza uGwabini
because this wasn't sitting well with me, I then asked Gwabini about this matter.
Yes, so you had a discussion with Gwabini. Please don't refer to the discussion.
Ungangenike ukuthi nakhulumani noGwabini.
Emva kwalokho uGeneral Lishabani wabese ngitshela ukuthi no. Ngitholile ukuthi ubani. Yes, you were right.
General Lishabani then informed me. Yes, I found out as to who it was, and yes, you were right.
Ngaphambi kokuthi kwenzeke lokho wabe sengazise emva kwalelo phenyo ukuthi okay udibane naye.
Okay. Okay. Before that, he informed me that he had met him. Udibane naye.
Ngathi udibane nabathizi bebephenya wadibana noGadla wakabuthelezi.
Alright.
Like waconfirm ukuthi ngitholile ukuthi unomfana wakabuthelezi.
Yes.
Okay.
General Lishabani will testify about that. When did you have this discussion with General Lishabani?
Le nkulumo le noma le ngxoxo lena ke naye uGeneral Lishabani waba nayo nini naye?
Ngathi 2018 to 2019 nje until 2019 ngoba bekwenzeka bekungabi into esiyikhuluma maybe namhlanje or kusasa bekuba yinto azomayibona something sikhulume naye.
I would say 2018, 2019, it's not something that we would just speak about today, but upon him finding out something or seeing something, we would speak about it.
Yes. Yes, what happened after this discussion that you've just referred to?
Emuva kwale nkulumo ke okhulume ngayo kwase kwenzekani?
Uma ngikhumbula kahle kwabe sekuthi ngabe sengi uGeneral sengitshela ukuthi no asiyeke le nkulumo singabe sakhuluma ngayo.
General then informed me that let's drop this matter of this talk and not mention it again.
Izatsa lokho engaqaqisa ukuthi kwakukhona ababezama ukungibulala.
The reason for that, if I were to explain that, there were those who had attempted to kill me.
Labo kwaku ihlobo ka accused number 5.
Those were relatives of accused number 5.
And accused number 1.
Umsolwa wokuqala.
Ngokwazi kwami.
According to my knowledge.
Yes, just tell the court about that occasion. What happened?
Awutshela inkantolo ngalezo mahlandla kwenzekani.
Kwathi mangibuya emsebenzini.
On my way back from work,
ngalala ekuseni ngavuka nje kahle kungena next.
I slept the following I slept the following morning. I woke up, there was nothing. I went to the shop to buy cigarette.
When was it more or less?
Was 18. Oh, mangalungisa le nkulumo yami ukuthi kwenzeke kanjani.
If I was just to correct what I just said as to how it happened, in 2019, when General Lishabane had told me that we shouldn't proceed about this conversation anymore, I then spoke, Yego.
Ngabe sengiya head office, SAPS, Telecom Towers.
I then went to the SAPS head office, Telecom Towers.
Ngakhuluma no Brigadier Gininda.
I spoke to Brigadier Gininda. At the time, it was Colonel Gininda.
Yes, but how did you get to him? Just explain.
What did you
go to do? Office of the National Commissioner referred me to him. Yes, when you went to Telkom Tower. Yes.
Yeah.
Then what magyophela unyaka I think kwakuyi 11 November 2019.
Towards the end of the year, it was the 11th of November 2019.
Ngathola i-call from General Leshabane emtshela ukuthi uKenneth Gininda ufuna ukungibona.
I received a call from General Lishabane informing me that Colonel Gininda would like to see me.
Then wabe senza meeting ethi uzongibona kodwa ayenzeka ngalelo langa yenzeka ngenye date.
A meeting was set up for him to see me, but it didn't happen on the day. He saw me on a different date.
Yeah, which date? On which day did he see you?
Ngicabanga ukuthi kwakuzi 13.
I think it was on the 13th, and I got 13th of November. Brigadier Gininda.
Yes.
Emva kwalokho General Leshabane wabe semfonela.
Thereafter, General Lishabane called me.
Yeah, but what was discussed at that meeting with Brigadier Gininda? On the 13th of November, 2019.
Kwaba yilo udaba lokuthi athi ngazini ngokubulawa kukaMeyiwa.
Asked me, what do you know about the killing of Meyiwa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ngabe sengimtshela akukho engikwaziyo futhi akukho engangakhuluma ngakho.
I told him that I know nothing and there is nothing that I can talk about.
Yes.
Kodwa ngithema khamba isikhathi ngezwe lezi inkulumo zokuthi abasolwa yilaba.
But as time went on, I heard that these are the suspects.
Yes, just tell the court about what you know. Yes, what happened further?
Okay. Shuthi makusahamba isikhathi ngangizenzela uphenyo mina ngokuthi kungani mhlambe kuba khona izongo zokuthi kube khona abantu abangilandelayo.
Okay. Then as time went on, I did my investigation as to what is it that there are people following me.
But what was the outcome of your meeting with Brigadier Gininda?
Imiphumela kwaba yini ke yomhlangano wakho kanye naye uBrigadier Gininda?
Wathi uzokwenza naye uphenyo lwakhe.
He said he will do his own investigation. Must I go into the details as to what you spoke about?
No, it's not necessary.
That's a question.
Okay. Emva kwalokho kwabe sekuba khona ngabe sengibuyela emuva uGeneral wabe sengibiza esengibuza ukuthi bazi kanjani head office mayelana nalolu daba.
General called me and asked me how is it that they know about this matter at the national office.
Yeah, which general?
General Leshabane.
When did he call you?
ngicabanga kwakuyi-19 November.
I think it was on the 19th of November.
Emva kwalokho kwabase kuba yi-18 la engabona khona abasolwa kwakuba abasolwa bezozama ukumdubula.
Bona abasolwa.
Abakubo.
Okay,
Kwakuzi-
18.
Yes.
Then on the 18th, that's where I saw now the relatives of the suspects when they wanted or when they came to shoot me.
Yes. Tell the court about that.
You sure?
Should ngathi mangiphuma emva ngane-meeting ngabe sengazi ukuthi kunento efana nale.
I knew that there was something like this, you know.
Then ukufika kwabo kwangenzela futhi babengaqali mangasho ukuthi babengaqala ukufika phakathi nonyaka bafika kodwa babengezi straight babeza ngeindlela ezahlukene.
It was not the first time. During the course of the year they came, but they didn't, in other words, approach me directly, but they just came in different ways.
Mangikhumbula kulowo nyaka futhi ngakhuluma nomsolwa unumber 1 ngoba ngangikhathazekile ngaye.
If I remember well, during that year, I spoke to accused number 1 because I was worried about him.
When did you speak to him?
Wakhuluma nini naye?
Yes.
Kwakunomshado ekhaya.
There was a wedding back home.
Ngakhuluma naye.
I spoke to him.
Then ngabuya ngakhuluma naye ngefoni.
I thereafter spoke to him telephonically.
Then ngangimcela ukuthi akhuze ngase ngibona ukuthi laba bakubo bafuna ukungidubula angikhuzele bona.
I then asked him or requested him to stop because I now could see that his relatives wanted to shoot me. So I requested him to stop them. And he did that.
Yes, just put that in correct sequence. Well, what happened first?
Are you begging
Incident at the wedding or the telephone call?
Oh, the telephone call ngakhuluma naye ngakhuluma naye emshadweni.
I spoke to him at the wedding first.
Yes, more or less. When was that?
Kwakunini?
August.
It was in August.
Sabe sesikhuluma ngakho ngoba ngicabanga kwakuyinto eyayisiyaziwa.
Which year? Occasion.
Because wayekaboshwa uMuzi ngaphambilini.
Muzi had been arrested before.
So wayengixoxela ngakho lokho kuboshwa.
So he was telling me about that arrest.
But abese ngixoxa nabo ngitshela ukuthi kunodaba futhi oluyinkinga.
That also kusho
yena.
Or he also said that there was also another issue which was a problem.
Okuyiyona babembuze ngayo.
Which they asked him about.
Bengabe sengimtshela ukuthi akukho engakukhuluma ngayo futhi asimele bona bamaphoyisa ayenze uphenyo lapho.
I then informed him that there's nothing I can talk about. Let's wait for the police to do their investigation.
Did he tell you what that issue was?
Singabe wakutshela ukuthi kwakuyini lolo daba lolo?
Yebo ngitshela.
Yes, he did.
Yes, just tell the court about it.
Wangitshela ukuthi udaba luka Senzo Meyiwa.
He told me that it was the issue of Senzo, the matter of Senzo Meyiwa, issue of the goalkeeper.
Noma ayengiphethe kabi nami ayengangiphathanga kahle.
It didn't sit well with me as well.
Yes, what did he say about that?
Wangitshela ukuthi lolu daba lolu luyinkinga futhi mangakubeka ngesiZulu wathi le ndaba iyinkinga yazi futhi akumele sikhulume ngayo like lapha.
He said to me that this issue is a problem and we shouldn't just openly speak about it or just like that and anyhow speak about it.
Nami vele ngangifisa ukuthi ngixoxe naye.
But there was
early on to a telephone call.
Ukhulumile ke ngokukhuluma naye ngefoni.
Ngabe lapho sengikhuluma naye ngase ngicela ukuthi mangikhuluma noMuzi ngabe sengimtshela ukuthi Muzi why abakini befuna ukungidubula.
I then said, when I spoke to him telephonically, I said to him, Muzi, why is it that your relatives want to shoot me?
Yes.
Because nami akukho engikwaziyo ngalolu daba futhi nami
because I also don't know anything about this matter and I didn't know anything.
Yes, just a minute. And Moses again, which accused?
Accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
And when was this occasion when you spoke to him telephonically?
Manje uma usukhuluma naye ngocingo ke kwakunini?
Mangicabanga wathi akekho seMpumalanga uzoza ukuthi kwabonini media nonyaka.
I think he said to me that he was not in Mpumalanga, he was going to come through, but if you say when, I think it was mid-year.
Yes, which year?
2019.
Yes. Earlier on that occasion.
Ukhulumile ke ngehlandla leli ke owaphuma ngalo uyothenga ugwayi. Kwenzekani ke ngalelo hlandla lelo?
Ngathi mangibuya eshop ngabona imoto ekade ipakile nje aside ngasela ngihlala ngakhona.
When I came back from the shop, I saw a car that was parked on the side where I was staying.
Yapaka shothi ayipakile vele ngiphume ibivele ipakile.
On my way out, it was already parked there.
Because ngayindlula.
Passed through produced a firearm through the window.
Then ngabizwa ukuthi ipin shuthe ngakaphakami because waphakamisa ipin late. Then ngajika.
Then I felt that the pinch wasn't yet raised because I raised it late, and then I turned around.
Then ngabe sengifonela futhi uGwabini.
I again called Gwabini.
Just a minute. Now, this incident, when was it more or less?
It was on the 18th of November.
What on the 18th of November? I'll show you.
Which year?
2019.
Then ngathi
you say you saw the persons who were in the vehicle. Who were they?
Kwakungobani? Uthi wababona abantu babesemotweni kwakungobani?
Omunye uNkazimulo.
The other one is Nkazimulo.
Yes.
Yebo.
Then ngabe sengiyafika
and who's Nkazimulo?
Ubani uNkazimulo?
Omunye ama relative mangicabanga relative ka Mozi or accused number 5.
It's one of the relatives. If I think it's a relative of Muzi and accused number 5.
And Muzi, which accused?
Accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
Yes, and this person Julie who produced a firearm through the window. Do you know him?
No, yes, I know him.
Yes. How do you know him?
I know him from Tembisa.
Yes. Is he related to any of the accused? Yes, which one?
Ngoba ngathi mangifika kuGwabini wa confirm ukuthi
yes, so just to which do you know if he's related to any of the accused?
I think accused number 1 and accused number 5.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ke uyisihlobo sikaMsolo wokuqala nowesihlanu.
Yes, you may proceed.
Emva kwalokho ngabe sengiya kuGwabini ukuconfirm naye lokho.
As a court, please don't refer to any discussion with Gwabini.
Then emva kwalokho ngiyenza balile.
Yes.
Emva kwalokho ngabe se
you mentioned that you made a call to who did you call?
Ushilo ukuthi ukhona owamfonela ubani wamfonela?
Ngabe sengifonela uGeneral Leshabani.
I called General Leshabani.
Yes, and why did you call him?
Is that true?
Ngangimazisa ukuthi namba bezomdubula.
I was informing him that here they are coming to shoot me.
Yes, and when did you speak to General Leshabani?
Ukhulume naye uGeneral Leshabani?
Ngikhulume naye ngefoni.
Telephonically.
Wathi ngize buye cishe eofisini.
He then said to me I should come to him at the office.
Yes. When was that?
Kwakunini?
Ngeyi-19
On the 19th of November,
Yes, which year?
Nyaka
2019.
2019.
Yes. Did you then go to his office?
Ngabe waya ehhovisi lakhe?
Yebo ngaya.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Wabe sefike ngitshela ukuthi ngakutshela ukuthi asiyiyeke le ndaba. Uyabona ukuthi izobeka impilo yakho engcupheni.
He then informed me that I said to you, or I did inform you that we should leave this matter. You can see that it's going to put your life in danger.
Yes.
Izathu sokuthi mangithiwa ithe asiyiyeke ingoba wake wangazisa ngaphambilini khona la akaba khona nomhlangano no warrant officer no General Sibiya and warrant officer Makubo.
Okay, sit down. The reason why I mentioned this, that he had said that we should leave it, because there was an occasion when there was a meeting between Warrant Officer Makubo and General Sibiya.
And warrant officer Makubo.
When was that meeting?
Yeah, in the meeting there. I'll look for the date. I can't remember it now. But it was in the middle of the year.
Yes.
Sasinayo sazivumelene ukuthi okay lolu daba siyaliyeka.
In that meeting that we had agreed that we are going to lay this matter to rest.
Then why refer kulokho ukuthi uyabona ukuthi why izomlibazisa.
So he was referring to that can you now see that is gonna now it's gonna cause you harm.
Yes. Just tell the court more about that meeting where Warrant Officer Makubo and General Sibiya was present. Were you also present at that meeting?
Now ukhona kule meeting now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What happened there?
Kwenzekani lapho?
Ngafika emeetingini uGeneral wayengizile wabe esefonela uGeneral Sibiya.
I arrived at the meeting, the general had called me. He then contacted the General Sibiya.
Then wabe sefika uGeneral Sibiya.
General Sibiya arrived.
Then wafika wafika walalela kuphela.
He only listened.
Wabe sibuza ukuthi ubani maybe ophethe lolu daba head office.
And then inquired as to who was handling this matter at the head office.
Wabe sethi Colonel Gininda.
Then said it was Colonel Gininda.
Then uGeneral wabe sethi akufonelwe uwarrant officer Makubo.
The general then said the warrant officer Makubo should be contacted.
And wabe sebemfonela.
Warrant officer Makubo was indeed called.
Wabe sefika futhi uwarrant officer Makubo.
Warrant officer Makubo arrived.
Wafika warrant officer Makubo. Wabe semchaza uGeneral ukuthi yini le esikhuluma ngayo.
Upon warrant officer Makubo's arrival, General then informed warrant officer Makubo as to what it is or what it was that we were talking about.
General who?
General Leshabani.
General Leshabani.
Yes.
Then warrant officer Makubo wabe seyichitha le ndaba wathi ayikho.
Warrant officer Makubo just said that this matter there's no such.
As the court, please, my lord, may that hearsay evidence be admissible. We submit that it's in the interest of justice. There's a second docket that has been brought up in these proceedings, and this communication pertains to that matter.
Just repeat what you just said.
My lord, the state requests that the utterances by Warrant Officer
Makubo specifically.
I'm sorry?
The utterances by Makubo specifically.
Yes, by Warrant Officer Makubo.
Right.
Be admitted in the interest of justice, even if it's hearsay. We submit to my lord that it is in the interest of justice that it be allowed as it pertains to the second docket that has been brought up in these proceedings.
Are you making the application in terms of section
31A of
3.1
yes, of the Hearsay Act.
1988.
88, indeed, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Ramusipiri. There's an application in terms of section 3.1 of Act 45 of 88, the Evidence Act.
Well conversant with the section, my lord.
Hello?
I am well conversant with the section of that act. However, my lord, the exigency doesn't meet the threshold of that section because Warrant Officer Makubo is alive. He can come and testify in this court, my lord. We don't have to have hearsay from this witness. He can come and speak for himself in the box, my lord, as the court pleases.
Yes, Mr. Nisi.
Exactly, madam. The state has furnished this court with no specific reasons why Mr. Makubo cannot become the court to come testify.
The reason he says it's there's a second docket. Is that the reason, sir?
Yes, indeed, my lord.
That's the reason. He says there's a second docket relating to this matter. That is why he says it is imperative in the interest of justice that the evidence which this witness adduces after having had a meeting with Makubo should be rendered admissible here in the interest of justice.
That is a faulty application, my lord.
Hello?
That is a faulty application of the provisions of the section because it can only cover instances where the witness on whose credibility the testimony of this witness that's currently testifying is based is unable to be called either because he has vanished or is arrested, then the hearsay should then be admitted in the interest of justice. But without specific indication that that witness does not fall in the category of him being deceased or him being untraceable, he must be brought to court here, my lord.
Okay.
Longer money.
Mr.
My lord, I share the very same sentiments with my colleagues. Thank you.
Ms. Msholo?
My lord, above the submissions made by my learned friends, my lord, the state is referring this court to a blanket of evidence which is referred to as case 375. There is no reference made to that particular statement referring to the utterances that the witness is talking about. For example, my lord, if the state wants to say Warrant Officer Makuba has made the statement to the effect of what the witness is testifying about, and that statement is shown before court that it is contained in the docket 375, and that particular portion of evidence is also read or showed into the court, then we can understand the interest of justice, my lord. And above that, the warrant officer, my lord, is still available.
As a court, please, we don't want to belabor the point, not much tense on it. We can leave it. Yeah, we can leave it at that.
You're withdrawing the application.
Yeah, as a court, please.
Okay, the application is withdrawn.
Discussion with Warren Makubo. Then what happened further? You may not refer to what he said.
kwenzekile futhi ukuthi ngidibane naye for okwesibili warrant officer Makubo.
It happened again that I met Warrant Officer Makubo for the second time.
With Colonel Buthelezi.
Kanye naye Colonel Buthelezi.
When was that?
Kwakunini?
Meeting general
It was now a second meeting. The other meeting with the general had now finished. It was now another meeting.
Do you remember which year it was?
About 2019.
I think it was 2019. Sorry?
Yeah.
I will check for that.
Yes. So what was the purpose of that meeting?
Nami ngangazi because eqaleni wayithe ayikho.
Okay. I also didn't know because at first they said that
as a court, please don't refer to the content. Yes. Who initiated? Yes. Did you tell them what you knew about the man?
ngamtshela engikwaziyo.
I told him what I knew.
Yes. And what happened thereafter? You may not refer to what they said.
Asangenike ukuthi wabatshelani kwasekwenzekani. Siyandlulile manje ubatshelile ukuthi wazini siyandlula ke kwasekwenzekani emuva kokuthi ubatshelile. Now with Colonel Butelezi
Yes, after the meeting with Colonel Butelezi and Warrant Officer Makubo, what happened further?
ufikile umhlangano wandlula lo kwakwalani Makubo noButelezi kwasekwenzekani emuva kwalokho.
Emva kwalokho buqhubekile isikhathi ngoba bekuwunyaka bekuwunyaka obusy nyaka.
The time went on because it was still in that year. It was a busy year. Yebo.
Which year are you referring to?
2019.
2019. I found myself being busy.
Yes, why did you say you found yourself being busy?
Usho ngani ukuthi wayithola busy?
Ngoba naye uKenneth Butelezi wabe-accuser ukuthi ngivikela uKelly Khumalo.
Yes, you may not refer to what, yes. What happened further? You said it was a busy year. What happened further?
Kwasekwenzekani?
Okay.
Right, yes, we're at a point where you had a meeting with Colonel Butelezi and Warrant Officer Makubo. What happened after that meeting?
Ngiyakhumbula kwaba ne-incident yokuthi kuthiwe kuboshwe uMuzi.
I remember there was an incident where it was said that Muzi had been arrested.
Yeah, who's Muzi?
Banu Muzi.
Accused number 1. Then kwabe sekufika abangubo futhi.
Again, his relatives arrived.
Beza police station.
They came to the police station.
Bezongibuza ukuthi actually bangibuza ngokunye.
They asked me about something different.
Babazi babengibuza ngoMuzi kodwa ma ulalile inkulumo.
And in that they were asking me about Muzi.
Uboshwa kaMuzi.
About his arrest.
So akukho engangikwazi ukuthini ubosheleni akukho.
I knew nothing as to why was he arrested.
Was he arrested in connection with this case?
Ngabe wayiboshelwe lona lecala leli? No.
Yes, and when was it more or less?
Kwakunini?
I think June.
I think it was in June.
Which year?
Nyaka?
2019.
Same year, 2019.
Then?
Yes, we proceed.
Yep.
Emva kwalokho kwabe sekufika
Yes. Yes, you mentioned that you had a meeting with Brigadier Gininda at Telkom Towers. Were there any further meetings between you and Brigadier Gininda after?
Sorry to interject, my lord. I keep seeing that the witness is perhaps poring or looking at something.
What is that? What is he looking at?
This is my paper. This is my notes that I'm taking.
He's looking at what?
No. I just wanted to know.
He's not reading it. He's looking at it.
All right.
This is what I'm writing.
Yes.
Tom.
Thank you. You mentioned a meeting that you had with Brigadier Gininda. Were there any further meetings with him?
Ukhulumile ngemeeting kaBrigadier Gininda. Ngabe kwazazikhona ezinye meeting ezazikhona?
Kwenye meeting after Telkom Towers ile afika kuyo kimi Aviator, Kempton Park.
Except for the meeting at the Telkom Towers, he came to me at Aviator, Kempton Park.
When was that?
Kwakunini?
Kwakuyi-13.
13 zayiphi inyanga kuphi inyanga? 13 November.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he alone at the meeting?
Ngabo wayehamba yedwa kuleyo meeting le?
Wayengezanga yedwa, wayehamba nomunye ubrigadier.
He was not alone, he was in the company of another brigadier.
Yes. Do you remember his name?
Usakukhumbula igama lakhe?
Ngikhumbula igama ngoba waye-introduce ngegama mayiqeda.
I remember the name,
Tony.
What's he?
Tony.
He introduced himself by name, Tony.
Yes. What happened at that meeting?
Kwenzekani kuleyo mhlangano loyo?
Babe sebengibuza nje ngokwazi ukuthi ngazini mayelana nodaba.
They asked me about my knowledge as to what is it that I knew about this matter.
Uma ukhumbula nami akukho engangikwazi okwakuphatheka ngaphandle kwalokho engangikuweshilo manje.
If you'd recall, there's nothing tangible which I knew except for that which I have already alluded to.
Ngabe sengimtshela ukuthi nami anginalwazi lakho ukuthi kwenziwa yibo or yimi or whatever babekusho ukuthi kwenzekani. Anginalwazi lakho.
I then informed them that I didn't know as to whether it was done or committed by them. I had no knowledge about it.
Yes.
Yebo.
Then emva kwalokho wabesethi naye uzozenzela uphenyo.
Thereafter he said that he was going to conduct his own investigation.
If you say you had no knowledge whether it was done by them, what do you mean?
Ukuthi ngangeke ngithi nginesiqinisekiso sokuthi yibo ababulala uMeyiwa ngangeke kwafuni baqambela mama.
That I wouldn't tell lies to them and said that I had certainty that they are the ones that killed Meyiwa.
Yes, who are they? Who are you referring to?
Uma uthi wongeke ukuthi yibo ababulala uMeyiwa ukhuluma ngobani?
Ngabasolwa.
The suspects.
But emva kwalokho ngabe sengiba nolwazi olwami lwalopersonal ukuthi I was sure ukuthi yebo yibo.
But thereafter I had my own knowledge where I was now sure or certain that indeed it was them.
If you say it was them, who are you referring to?
Uma uthi kwakuyibo ukhuluma ngobani?
From accused number 1 to 5.
From accused number 1 to 5.
And why do you say so?
Ukushiso yini lokho?
Ngenxa lesi sigameko esenzeka ngalelilanga ngikhona.
Sorry, because of the incident that happened on the day when I was there.
Yes, which incident?
Yebo. Siphi isigameko?
Leyokuthi babuya bangena neibhamu.
That they came back and they had firearms.
And they celebrate
and celebrating his death.
Yes. How was it celebrated?
They celebrated kanjani? With a bottle of whiskey.
Yes, why do you say it was celebrated?
Oh, ukushiso yini ukuthi babe celebrate?
Kwangimangazi bakuthatha bona lokho. Emva kwalokho
angifuna sengajahi. It amazed me or it surprised me as to where they got that from, and thereafter emva kwalokho
kube khona insolo ebhekiswa kubo.
And thereafter allegations are directed at them.
Yes, but
then emva kwalokho noMuzi ayikhulume nami.
And thereafter Muzi himself speaking about it with me.
Muzi which
accused number 1.
Umsolo wokuqala.
Yes, which occasion are you referring to?
Isiphi lesigameko okhuluma ngaso uthi wayikhuluma nawe?
Telephonically and nasekhaya.
Telephonically and at back home.
And if you say telephonically, which occasion are you referring to?
Uma usithi telephonically ukhuluma ngaliphi ihlandla?
And if you say back at home, which occasion are you referring to?
To the incident ukuthi angikhuzele bona.
With regards to the incident of requesting him to stop them.
Requesting them to stop who?
Ukuthi stop ebani?
Like abafowabo ukuthi beplan ukungibulala.
His brothers were planning to kill me.
And naye angitshela ukuthi kumayelana nalolu daba ngakhipha.
And also him telling me that it was about the incident of the goalkeeper.
And when was that occasion when he told you about the incident of the goalkeeper?
Ukukutshela kwakhe ngodaba likaKeeper kwakunini? It was in August.
Yeah, what was the occasion?
Umcimbi ekhaya kwakugana usisi wami.
It was my sister's wedding back home. He was also present.
What is it in particular that made you suspicion regarding his utterances?
Yini ke le eyakubangela ukuthi ube neinsolo kuloko awayekusho kuwena
during that occasion?
Ngaleso sikhathi leso ngithi sikhuluma manje ngalelanga lokugana kwasister wakho kwasisi wakho. Yini le kuloko ayekusho eyakubangela ukuthi ube neinsolo?
Ukuthi ngendlela ayisho ngakhona nasezixoxa ngakhona.
Sorry. In the manner in which he said it and how we were discussing it. Yebo. It showed me that he had knowledge about it.
Yes, what is it in particular that made you to gain that impression?
He said that it was a problem. And when someone else now approached us, we stopped it and we didn't discuss it anymore.
Yes, anything further that you wish to add?
Khona kunye ofisa ukuthi kwengeza. I think that's enough. That I can still recall.
Now, what was the last meeting that you had with General Leshabane?
Kwakuyini umhlangano wokugcina owaba nawo naye uGeneral Leshabane?
Okuyi-19.
It was on the 19th November 2019.
And what was the outcome that was arrived at that meeting?
Yini noma isiphi isinqumo esathathwa kulo mhlangano lo wange-19 November 2019?
Mangikhumbula kahle ukuthi siye ukukhuluma ngalolu daba.
If I remember well, that we should stop talking about this matter.
Because why by informing abanye, such as the National Commissioner?
Because he had informed the others, such as the National Commissioner.
Waqinisekisa ke ngokuthi ngophenyo lakhe abasolwa.
And he assured me that as far as his investigation went, that the suspects were the right ones.
And the last meeting that you had with Brigadier Gininda, when was that?
Umhlangano wokugcina owawunawo noGininda wawunini wona?
Maybe mase through a statement.
It was a statement. It was when I wanted a statement from me.
No, but I'm referring to. You mentioned that you met him at Kempton Park in the presence of another Brigadier Tony. Were there any other further meetings after this one?
Ushilo ukuthi wahlangana naye ke Aviator eKempton Park kanye ehamba nomunye uBrigadier uTony. Emuva kwaloyo mhlangano khona umunye umhlangano owaba nawo noGininda? No.
And what was the outcome of that meeting?
Kwaba
What was
yini
decided?
isiphi isinqumo esathathwa kuloyo mhlangano loyo kanye nekliniki lo wase-Kempton Park?
ukuthi uzozenzela uphela.
That he was going to conduct his investigation.
And just for record purpose, when was this meeting?
Umhlangano lo uthiwa unini? 13 November 2019.
Now, you refer to Warrant Officer Makubo and Colonel Buthelezi. Did they take any statement from you regarding the matter?
Ukhulumile mayelana no Warrant Officer Makubo kanye no Colonel Buthelezi ngaba bona ikhona istatement noma istatement abasithatha kuwena mayelana nalolu daba? No.
And just maybe final, are you able to describe the 9mm that you refer to, that you say you saw in Mr. Gwabeni's room?
I-9mm le othi wayibona-ke lapha egumbini lakhe uGwabeni ungakwazi uyichaza?
Noma isikhathi sesiside ayiside kakhulu isikhathi.
It's been a long time, a very long time.
Yes.
Angeke ngithi ngoba akukho mhlawumbe ngathi ngayishoot isithombe maybe kodwa ngoba isikhathi side kakhulu yenzeka lento.
There's no way where I can say I took a picture of it and it's been a long time since the incident happened.
Yes. But just a general description.
General.
Objection, my lord. The witness has already indicated that he can't.
Yes. As a court, are you able to give any other description beyond what you've just said?
Ngaphandle kwalokho osukushilo khona nje okunye ungakusho ungachaza ngaphandle kwalokho oqeda ukusho.
Objection. That is just the same question. It goes back to the same answer. He said he can't describe it because this incident took place a very long time ago.
Okay. It's nothing tense on that, my lord. We leave it at that. Just
But
maybe
he's able to describe it. I'll tell you why. He says it's a 9mm. It's not a description. That. That's the means.
Yes,
all of you, when he says it's a 9mm, that's not a description. No, it's not a description.
It is, but you cannot go further. It is, but you cannot.
But when he says
It's a 9mm. You could have said it's a .38. Okay, you've heard me.
no, but I don't understand what the court is actually saying because you say
Mr. Rapeles, do you understand me?
No, I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Okay, fine. We don't understand each other. No problem. It's because you guys, sorry, you didn't object when Mr. Baloi said, can you describe the 9mm? That was your question, right?
Indeed, madam.
He said, he didn't say firearm. He said, can you describe the 9mm you saw at the room of what was that guy? Gwabeni.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
No, I can't describe it because
That's
it's a
it.
very long time incident.
Fine. I would have expected you to object.
Yes.
Okay.
Why should we have objected?
Because he's leading the witness. He should have said, can you describe the firearm which you saw?
Yes.
That's a world of difference.
Yes. I think I said that, my lord.
Okay, fine. Let's leave it. Nothing turns on
but
it.
nothing turns on it. We just want to just maybe finally show you some further photos from Exhibit S.
Exhibit S.
Yes, page 20. Yes, page 22.
Page 22.
Page 22 of Exhibit S, my lord.
Okay.
We're just waiting for the photos to come up on the screen. Yes, what is your comment regarding this picture? Page 22. You can also look at the screen.
Ngathini ngaleso sithombe leso 22.
Ngathi ngibona uGadla.
I would say I see Gadla.
Yes, which accused?
Kumsola.
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Photo 23.
23.
Yeah, Gadla.
It's Gadla.
Yes, which accused?
Kumsola.
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Photo 24.
24.
Ngibona nomunye kodwa ngibona ohleli phansi.
I see someone else, but I see him. He is seated.
Who?
Ubani?
uGadla.
It's Gadla.
Yeah, which accused?
Kumsola.
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3, and another one. Yeah.
Yes. Is that the only person you recognize?
Yena
on
phela
the
umuntu ombonayo la?
Khona omunye engimbonayo kodwa angifuni ukumsukela ngenze ngizothi yena phela ngimbonayo.
There is someone else I see, but I don't. I would only say now that he's the only one that I see.
Okay. Photo 29.
29.
Page 35.
35.
Or maybe just before 34.
34. 34.
34 akukho clear.
34 is not that clear.
35.
35.
My lord, this is not an objection per se, probably to assist my colleague here. In all the photos that have been flighted here in court where accused number 3 appears with his dreadlocks tied at the back with a wool. Photos are not in dispute. Photos do not lie. This is just to assist my colleague, man. You can spend the whole day trying to demonstrate that this is accused number 3, number 3, number 3. At the end of the day, it is him. Specifically with those hairs that are appearing on those photos.
No, maybe he's not going the way you think he's going.
Okay, no, it's
Are
fine.
you going the same way?
The only way that Advocate Nisi can assist us if he makes formal admissions in terms of Section 220. That is the only way, my lord.
Okay.
Page 35. Yes, do you recognize anyone there? And who is that?
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
In any of your meetings with General Shabani, did photos of the accused feature?
Kumhlangano obenayo naye uGeneral Lishabane ngaba izithombe zabasolwa khona la owatshengiswa khona izithombe zabasolwa.
Utshengiswa uGeneral Leshabane.
By General Lishabane. Yes.
Showing me.
No. Did photos of the accused feature in any of your meetings with General Shabani?
Feature as in speaking about?
Yes.
Ngabe kukhulunyiwe yini ngezithombe zabasolwa kwimihlangano obenayo noGeneral Lishabane?
Ukuthakazanga akayibukanga izithombe. So uyithombe angitshele ngazo wayecelile kimi kodwa yena akukho aze nazo kimi wathi nasi.
Not that he came with pictures to me and said to me, here are the pictures, but he did request for some photos from me.
Yes, to just tell us about that occasion.
Awusitsheleke ngalokho ukuthi acele iy'thombe kuwena.
Benginazeka accused number 3.
I didn't have photos of accused number 3.
Yes, what?
Yebo.
Yes.
Benginethombe accused number 1.
I had photo of accused number 1.
And I think accused number 2.
And I think accused number 2.
Yes.
Only.
Yes, what did you do? Where did you obtain those photos?
Wawuyithola kuphi lezo y'thombe lezo?
Ngithathe efonini cishe kaGwabini.
From Gwabini's phone. The witness is whispering, my lord, says he'd like to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. What's the time?
Yes, as it's almost time for the long adjournment.
10?
Yeah. It's now 11 minutes to 1. In light of the discussion that we had in chambers,
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe it shouldn't be an appropriate time then to adjourn to tomorrow, in light of the request of the defense.
Indeed, so my lord, that was the arrangement in chamber.